Minutes, sponsored by Sinclair Heating and Cooling for 24/7 comfort on call.
Hello, Brad.
Hello.
Happy Misery Monday. I'm sorry your team lost yesterday.
It was all of our teams. We all,
It's just one.
Yeah, well, I know. But hey, listen, before we get into today's story, I wanted to make a mention. Last time we were here on Thursday, I mentioned there were going to be 2 rocket launches.
Yes.
Neither one have gone up yet. There's problems on both ends, but we'll keep you posted.
Okay.
On to this 2024 weather summary. I borrowed this from our good friends over in the First Alert Weather Center because they've been telling us about this. For both Green Bay and Appleton, 2024 was the warmest year on record. Records going back all the way through the 1880s. And as it turns out, Chris, it wasn't just Green Bay and Appleton.
No.
It was the United States. And if you look at the globe, the warmer the temperature, the higher the departure from average from 1951 to 1980 by quite a bit. In fact, notice there's just a few spots in the southern hemisphere that were a little bit colder than average.
Yeah.
So here's the headline from NASA. They confirmed that 2024 was the warmest year on record for the globe, for the entire planet. Temperatures were 2.3 degrees Fahrenheit above that 20th century baseline, which ran from 1951 to 1980, which tops the record we just set last year in 2023, 2 years ago.
2.3, I did an interview last year with NASA when this came out, and that's kind of a big number. Sometimes it's 1 point something. 2.3.
It was a big jump.
Yeah.
Now, bear in mind, some of this might have been enhanced by the El Nino effect that much of the northern hemisphere experienced, but we'll see. By the way, this is also making it the hottest year since record keeping began in 1880 for the globe, okay?
Okay.
Now, I thought this was interesting. This came from our friends at Climate Central. This is from 1880 through 2024. Notice from 1880 through about 1930, there were those up and down swings, but there was, sort of a baseline there, okay?
Right.
Since then, you still have the up and down swings, but it's all getting warmer.
Right.
Even the cold spells are warmer than what
than-
they used
right.
to be, okay? So again, there's evidence of what's been going on there. And by the way, I know that some of you out there might be thinking, well, I'm not sure I buy into this global warming thing, and that's okay. I understand you. I hear you. I get your emails. I know who you are. But with that said, this data did not come from NOAA exclusively.
Quick tip, if you send it as anonymous as the subject and your address is still in the header, this doesn't quite work.
Right. Okay, so it wasn't just NOAA that came to these same results. It was Berkeley Earth, Hadley Center, that's in the UK. It's their forecasting office, Copernicus Climate Services in Europe. They're a big one monitoring global climate change. And they all concluded that the global surface temperatures in 2024 were the highest since modern record keeping began. But you know what, Chris? It's not just the planet. Ocean temperatures hit record highs in 2024. Okay, take a look at this. The ocean is the hottest it's ever been recorded by humans, not only at the surface, but also in the upper 2,000 meters.
Oh,
That's
okay.
1.25 miles of water at record warmth. So as they point out, you have to remember that 70% of the Earth's surface is covered by water. So far, the ocean has been saving us from 2 things. It's sucking up a lot of carbon dioxide, which is not good for aquatic life because it acidifies the ocean water, okay? But also it's storing a lot of the heat so far. In fact, that excess heat, has about 90% of it has been absorbed by the ocean. So, it's a little bit of a ticking time bomb in some respects where you have the land and the ocean warming at these exponential rates and we've talked about this before. Yes, there is global cycles where it's colder than it has been today, warmer, but it takes thousands, tens of thousands, millions of years to swing back and forth. Now we're doing it in 200 years.
Well, the next report that'll come out is the severe weather events, because they measure that in terms of damage.
Dollars, yes.
Right, and that will go up because of that, which we know those are tied together.
Yep.
All right, Brad, thanks so much. Bring some good news tomorrow, will you?
I will.
All right, we appreciate that. Still to come.